Warning: if you are against the consumptive use and the ethical harvest of fur-bearing animals, please leave this channel now. This is no place for pansies, sissies, or crybabies. Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. Guys, what I want to talk to you about today is bobcat locations here in the Midwest. I'm standing on a pretty good little place here, and we'll get this camera flipped around here and we'll get started here in just a minute and kind of show you what makes this area such a good prime location for cats. So stay with us, you're not going to want to miss it. All right guys, so what we've got here, we've got this is of course it's a pick cornfield from last fall. We have this ditch or this ravine, whatever you might want to call it, running right down through here. Then on this side of this knob, we have this giant dozer pile. That right there is the grocery store, guys. That's where all the rabbits, the mice, groundhogs, anything like that hangs out right there around that dozer pile. And again, we've got another ditch that runs down in there and meets this one. Then over yonder, at the bottom end where these two ditches come together, there's a really heavy brush fence line that runs off down through there. All right, so every cat in the country is going to hunt up along that fence line, and they could cross down at the lower end where these two ditches come together and just keep hunting that fence line. So we're going to want to put a set down in that corner right down yonder there, or two, to cut them off there. But generally speaking, they're going to hunt up along the edge, the outside edge of that ditch, and we're going to cross it on the other side, and they're going to come right up around this dozer pile. So the sets, in my opinion, would go right out there just between that high grass and where my truck sets. That's where the set should be. What that is the northwest facing side, so the wind blows the lure across his line of travel right into his face. That would be the obvious location there. Not only would you catch all the cats that come through there, but you would also pick up any red fox and coyotes as well. These dozer piles are hot locations, and especially really hot when the corn is still in early in the season. Now, you're going to have to weed through the coons, the skunks, and the possums. I mean, that's just a given, because a lot of coon are going to hang out in that dozer pile. We all know that. But once you get them caught and get them out of the way, you're going to pick up several cats and coyotes and red fox right here as well. Because again, any coyote coming down through here is going to cross right there as well. And they're going to want to hunt up the head of that swale right there to get over to where that big oak tree standing over yonder on that hill, to that patch of timber. Same way over at the head of this draw, they're going to hunt right up along the edge of it through the swale to get over to that other patch over yonder. So those would be two really hot locations at the head of those swales right there. And again, we've got there to the northwest, so you've got your lure blowing down across their line of travel right into their face, working for you. Let's go around over there and look at the bottom end of this over by that fence row, and kind of get a better idea, better feel of what we're seeing here. Timber's investigating here. There is some fresh coyote tracks there, and you can see where a turkey or two have been out here scratching a little bit too, right there where she's at. So, and it wouldn't matter, you could put in flat sets here. A flat set, of course, if you watched my last video, flat set would blend in really nice here. White bone, piece of PVC pipe, something of that sort would stick out here on this flat bare ground. Got a coyote track right there. You could also punch in a big flashy dirt hole if you wanted to move up just a little bit on the edge of the draw. Punch in a big flashy dirt hole, feather the heck out of it, or if feathers aren't allowed in your state, you can always use cotton balls, pieces of fiberfill, polyfill, something of that sort to get those predators' attention. But you can see that's a pretty good sized dozer pile. Every groundhog, every skunk, coon, possum, birds, rats, mice, rabbits, everything's going to be holding in there. That's the grocery store. Cats are here for two things, guys. One of two things. They're here to eat or they're here to breed. One of the two. In this case, probably here to eat more than anything else. So let's tool around over on the other side, up around this corner and down to where that fence line comes in, and we'll take a look at that right quick. All right, guys. So here we are. We're over on the other side. We were just right up there a minute ago. So here we are down here at the bottom end of these, where these two draws come together, just down in there a little ways. We've got this fresh dozer pile here that was just put in here last fall late. By this coming fall, that thing will be jam-packed full of vermin to make bobcat chow. Now we've got this brushy fence line right here that runs off down that way to where that barn's setting down there, and then across the gravel road, the draw continues, the fence continues. It actually runs almost to the Des Moines River. So any cats hunting up and down that river have potential to turn and come up and hunt these brushy fence rows. These things hold a lot of game, so therefore that's where that's where the cats are going to hunt. In fact, I'm not sure. No, it's a coon track. I thought I had a cat track right there, but it turned out it's just a coon track, one on top of another one. Anyway, back to these. So right here in this corner, let me back up here a little ways and turn around so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay. So yeah, right here in this corner somewhere where this fence line comes, this cedar choke fence line, we've got the two draws that come together. We've got the dozer pile. Everything comes together right here. So right here is where your sets would want to go. Now again, you could work in a flat set here pretty easy. A couple of them actually. You could punch in a nice big flashy dirt hole set. You could poke in a cubby set. Anything here would work. The biggest thing is make them showy. Give them plenty to see. Give them feathers, cotton balls, fiber fill, PVC pipe, something of that sort. Make it, give them something to look at, and then lure the hell out of them. Okay. I'm not opposed to 3 or 4 different smells at a cat set. A good call lure, a good gland lure, a good food or curiosity type lure, good urine, good quality urine, all 4 of those. Not only that, but the fact that by doing that, you take a better chance at avoiding those $2, $3, $4, $5 coyotes by giving them way more smells than what they're used to. A lot of times a coyote will spook away from something like that. Not always, but sometimes, where your cats will sucker right into it. So I hope this has been a helpful video to some of you. Hey gang, we're going to go ahead and end this one here. I appreciate y'all tuning in to watch, and if you would please just hit that thumbs up for me. That's all I'm asking. I want to remind you, we're full for this upcoming school that's coming up next weekend, but we are going to put on another one September. I think it's the 13th, 14th, and 15th of September. Had to do a little moving because of convention schedules. Missouri bumped theirs back a week from what they normally are. Whoop, about dropped the phone. And so we moved our school up 1 week in September so I can make it to the Missouri convention. So anyway, I think I'll know for sure, but I think I'll let y'all know for sure. But I think it's the 13th, 14th, and 15th of September. Cost $1,000. $250 non-refundable deposit. I'm going to put you up. I'm going to feed you, give you 2.5 days of instruction. Pretty good bargain deal there, guys. So anyway, until next time, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. Signing out.